Global dynamics and global climate change drove the decline of the mastodonts, the woolly mammoths, the elephants. This is according to a new study suggestion by the University of Bristol on phys.org. Elephants and their forebears were pushed into wipeout by waves of extreme global environmental change rather than overhunting by early humans. This is according to new research. It was not overhunting, it was the environmental changes. The study published today in Nature, Ecology and Evolution challenges claims that early human hunters slaughtered prehistoric elephants, mammoths, and mastodons to extinction over millennia. Instead, its findings indicates that the extinction of the last mammoths and mastodons at the end of the last ice age, that was around the age of the time of about 12,000 years ago, the Younger Dryas Comet impact. It marked the end of progressive climate-driven global decline among elephants over millions of years. Although elephants today are restricted to just 3 endangered species in the African and Asian tropics, these are survivors of a once far more diverse and widespread group of giant herbivores known as the proboscideans, which also includes the now completely extinct mastodonts, stegodonts, and deinotheres. Only 700,000 years ago, England was home to 3 types of elephants, two giant species of mammoths and the equally prodigious straight-tusked elephant. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. An international group of paleontologists from the universities of Alcala, Bristol, and Helsinki piloted the most detailed analysis to date on the rise and fall of elephants and their predecessors, which examined how 185 different species adapted, spanning 60 million years of evolution that began in North Africa. To probe into this rich evolutionary history, the team surveyed museum fossil collections across the globe, from London's Natural History Museum to Moscow's Paleontological Institute, and by investigating traits such as body size, skull shape, and the chewing surface of their teeth, the team discovered that all proboscideans fell within one of 8 sets of adaptive strategies. Remarkably, for 30 million years, the entire first half of proboscidean evolution, only 2 of the 8 groups evolved. This is what Dr. Zhang Hanwei, study co-author and honorary research associate at the University of Bristol School of Science, Earth Science, said. He said most proboscideans over this time were nondescript herbivores ranging from the size of a pug to that of a boar. That means small. A few species got as big as a hippo, yet these lineages were evolutionary dead ends. They all bore little resemblance to today's elephants. The course of proboscidean evolution changed dramatically some 20 million years ago as the Afro-Arabian plate collided into the Eurasian continent. Arabia provided crucial migration corridor for the diversifying mastodon-grade species to explore the new habitats in Eurasia and then into North America via the Bering Land Bridge. The immediate impact of proboscidean dispersals beyond Africa was quantified for the very first time in our study, said lead author Dr. Juan Cantalapiedra, senior research fellow at the University of Alcalá in Spain. He said those archaic North African species were slow evolving with little diversification, yet we calculated that once out of Africa, proboscideans evolved 25 times faster, giving rise to a myriad of disparate forms whose specializations permitted niche partition between several proboscidean species in the same habitats. One case in point being the massive flattened lower tusks of the shovel tuskers. Such coexistence of giant herbivores was unlikely anything in today's ecosystems. Dr. Zhang said, "The aim of the game is this boom period of proboscidean evolution was adapt or die. Habitat perturbations were relentless, pertaining to ever-changing global climate, continuously promoting new adaptive solutions, while proboscideans that did not keep up were literally left for dead. The once greatly diverse and widespread mastodonts were eventually reduced to less than a handful of species in the Americas, including the familiar Ice Age American mastodon. By 3 million years ago, the elephants and stegodons of Africa and Eastern Asia seemingly emerged victorious in this unremitting evolutionary ratchet. However, environmental description connected to the coming ice ages hit them hard, with surviving species forced to adapt to the new, more austere habitats. The most extreme example was the woolly mammoth, with thick, shaggy hair and big tusks for retrieving vegetation covered under the thick snow. The team's analysis identified final proboscidean extinction peaks started around 2.4 million years ago, 160,000 and 75,000 years ago for Africa, Eurasia, and the Americas respectively. It's important to note that these ages do not demarcate the precise timing of extinctions, but rather indicate the points in time at which proboscideans on their respective continents became subject to higher extinction risk. This is what Dr. Cantalapiedra says. Unexpectedly, the results do not correlate with the expansion of early humans and their enhanced capabilities to hunt down mega herbivores. Dr. Zhang said, "We did not foresee this result. It appears as if the broad global pattern of proboscidean extinctions, the mastodon and mammoth extinctions, in recent geological history could be reproduced without accounting for impacts of early human diasporas. Conservatively, our data refute some recent claims regarding the role of archaic humans in wiping out prehistoric elephants ever since big game hunting became a crucial part of our ancestors' subsistence strategy around 1.5 million years ago. Although this is not to say we conclusively disprove any human involvement, in our scenario, modern humans settled on each landmass after the proboscidean extinction risk had already escalated. An ingenious, highly adaptable social predator like our species could be the perfect black swan occurrence to deliver the coup de grace." And this is from University of Bristol on phys.org. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support.